Step into a world of romance and mystery with Tamora Rose, where candlelight flickers across stone walls, silk skirts whisper across polished floors, and love is never simple, never safe, but always worth taking the risk. Today we're exploring the enduring appeal of historical romance and why love stories set in the past continue to capture our hearts in ways few other genres can. There is something undeniably intoxicating about a romance rooted in another era. A stolen glance across a crowded ballroom carries a different weight when reputations hang in the balance. A single letter, written by hand and sealed with wax, can feel more intimate than 1,000 modern messages. Historical romance invites us into worlds where love must fight harder to survive, and where that struggle makes every emotional victory feel earned. At its heart, historical romance offers escape, not the shallow kind that distracts for a moment and fades, but a deep, immersive escape into a fully realized world. These stories pull us away from buzzing phones and endless notifications and place us instead among carriages rattling down cobblestone streets or beside roaring hearth fires in drafty castles. Time slows, moments stretch, feelings are allowed to breathe. This slower pace is not a weakness of the genre, it is its power. In historical romance, desire simmers rather than explodes. Longing builds over chapters, sometimes entire books, until the smallest touch feels electric. Readers are invited to linger in anticipation, to savor the tension of what cannot yet be spoken or acted upon. In the fast-paced modern world, that kind of emotional patience feels almost luxurious. The settings themselves are a part of the seduction. Gowns and uniforms, rituals and etiquette, rigid social structures and unspoken rules. All of these details form a tapestry that feels rich and alive. Even readers with no desire to actually live in the past find themselves enchanted by its atmosphere. History becomes not a list of dates, but a stage upon which passion and conflict collide. And conflict is essential. Historical romance thrives on high stakes. Love is rarely convenient in these stories. More often, it is dangerous. A woman's future may depend on marrying well rather than marrying for love. A man may be bound by duty, title, or loyalty to a cause that leaves no room for personal happiness. Every choice carries consequences that ripple far beyond the heart. These heightened stakes create emotional intensity that feels almost operatic. When characters choose love, they are not merely choosing each other. They are often choosing exile, scandal, or sacrifice. Readers are drawn into these impossible decisions, feeling the weight of every risk taken. It is not just the question of whether the couple will end up together, but what they are willing to lose to make that ending possible. Despite the distance of centuries, these struggles remain deeply relatable. While the rules may have changed, the emotional core has not. We still grapple with expectations placed upon us by family, society, or circumstance. We still face moments where the heart wants one thing and the world demands another. Historical romance reminds us that this tension is not new. It's human. Another layer of the genre's allure lies in the relationship with history itself. These stories invite readers to walk alongside the past, experiencing it through lived emotion rather than abstract facts. Wars, social upheaval, and cultural shifts form the backdrop, grounding the romance in something larger than the characters alone. Love becomes both intensely personal and quietly revolutionary. For many readers, this blend of education and emotion is irresistible. Historical romance teaches without lecturing, offering insight into daily life, customs, and constraints while keeping the focus firmly on the characters. It transforms history from something distant into something intimate. We don't just learn about the past, we feel it. Then there is the fantasy of the courtship itself. Historical romance offers a vision of love shaped by ritual and restraint. Courtship is deliberate. Words matter. A dance, a walk, or a shared silence can carry profound meaning. The absence of instant gratification heightens emotional awareness, allowing connection to deepen before it is ever consummated. This slower unfolding of romance appeals powerfully to readers who crave emotional depth. Every confession feels monumental. Every barrier overcome feels like a triumph. The payoff is not merely physical, it's emotional, it's hard-won, and it's deeply satisfying. Passion is sweeter when it has been delayed. Heroines in historical romance are especially compelling. Bound by the limitations of their time, they often demonstrate remarkable resilience, wit, and even quiet rebellion. Their strength may not always look modern, but it is no less formidable. Watching them navigate restrictive worlds and still claim love on their own terms is profoundly empowering. Heroes, too, are shaped by their eras. They are men caught between privilege and pressure, honor and desire. Their struggles often mirror the societal constraints placed upon them, making their emotional journeys just as compelling. When they choose love, it's not an easy choice. It's a conscious act of courage. Historical romance offers a safe space for exploring intense fantasies. Power imbalances, forbidden relationships, and scandalous desires can be examined through the lens of history, softened by distance. The past provides a buffer that allows readers to indulge in drama and intensity without it feeling uncomfortably close to modern reality. This distance is freeing. It allows readers to enjoy tropes and themes that might feel troubling or complicated in contemporary settings, reframed within historical context. The fantasy becomes richer, more layered, and emotionally complex. It's not escapism devoid of meaning. It's escapism with depth. For readers drawn to gothic, paranormal, or supernatural romance, historical settings add yet another dimension. Old estates and ancient secrets and long-held beliefs lend themselves naturally to mystery and magic. Love stories set against these backdrops feel haunted in the best possible way, infused with atmosphere and unease. Ultimately, what keeps readers returning to historical romance is not nostalgia for the past, but faith in love itself. These stories reaffirm that love has always mattered, that it has always been worth fighting for, even when the odds were stacked against it. They remind us that passion, devotion, and longing are not modern inventions, but eternal truths. In a world that often feels hurried and disconnected, historical romance offers connection to emotion, to story, to the shared human experience across time. It invites readers to slow down, to feel deeply, and to believe, if only for a few hours, that love can conquer even the most unyielding barriers. The allure of historical romance is not one single thing, but a tapestry woven from atmosphere, emotion, and timeless desire. It is the promise of escape without emptiness, a fantasy grounded in feeling, of passion that resonates long after the final page. At its best, historical romance does more than entertain. It reassures us that the heart has always known what it wants, and that no matter the century, love remains a risk worth taking. That's it for today. Tell me which historical romance trope has you utterly hooked. Until we meet again, may your days be filled with passion and just a touch of magic.